Welcome to Reporter 247 channel. Western companies have overwhelmingly rejected participation in the St. Petersburg International Economic Forum, SPIEF, often referred to as the Russian Davos, which is annual headlined by Vladimir Putin. This rejection serves as a clear symbol of Russia's international isolation more than 15 months into its full-scale invasion of Ukraine. Former attendees of SPIEF have described receiving an invitation to the forum as totally toxic, comparable to being asked to join the annual reunion of Spectre, the criminal organization led by James Bond's archenemy Ernst Blofeld. During Putin's plenary speech, the back seats of the room were supposed the most popular as attendees sought to distance themselves. At the event, stands now promote investment opportunities in the territories of eastern Ukraine that have been occupied by the Russian army. The stage has been given to far-right activists, including philosopher Alexander Dugin. Foreign visitors who attend the forum have been advised to bring cash in dollars and euros due to banking restrictions on foreign credit cards. Even some Russian companies and prominent businessmen are snubbing the event due to its diminishing prestige and networking opportunities. Yandex, Russia's largest tech company, and several well-connected businessmen have chosen not to participate. Rising prices to attend or purchase a stand at the event, coupled with disappearing foreign delegations and networking opportunities, highlight the declining state of the forum. Notably, Igor Sechin, the CEO of the state oil company Rosneft, was unable to attract any leading energy figures for his annual session, indicating the forum's diminished status. Previously, SPIEF was highly sought after for its networking opportunities, but now it is perceived as useless. Russian oligarchs and business figures can meet and network in Moscow or at government meetings, rendering the forum redundant. Putin's presidential administration and security services authorized the guest list for the forum months in advance, underscoring its importance to him. Organizers have against mentioning instead of Russia's war Ukraine, presenting an image of the Russian economy as resilient to Western sanctions. However, the war in Ukraine has cast a shadow over SPIEF, with speakers promising rewards for destroyed Western-made tanks used by Ukrainian armed forces. In an attempt to replace Western delegations, Russia has courted officials from the United Arab Emirates, Saudi Arabia, India, and China. Some optimistic government officials believe they can compensate for the loss of Western relations by focusing on the Middle East and other regions. However, many others perceive the forum as an exercise in self-delusion, finding it psychologically challenging to carry on business as usual while Russia is engaged in conflicts with Ukraine and the West. This year, a preliminary list of invitees report included Google CEO Eric Schmidt, but when the final list was published, Schmidt and other prominent business figures denied their attendance. During Putin's keynote speech, he will be joined on stage only by the president of Algeria. The Financial Times reported that ahead of this year's forum, Putin signed a confidential decree granting the government extraordinary powers to purchase Western assets in Russia at a significant discount, potentially paving the way for the nationalization of foreign companies. SPIEF's current state contrasts starkly with the forum before 2014 when multinational and Russian companies compete for expensive partnerships and hosted extravagant parties with pop stars like Sting to demonstrate their commitment to the Russian market. Following the annexation of Crimea in 2014, foreign companies became more cautious but still aimed to be visible to the Russians while remaining inconspicuous to Westerners. However, since the outbreak of the war in Ukraine, any remaining Western interest has waned, and many Russian attendees now participate solely to show that they have not skipped the event, with a sense of obligation rather than enthusiasm. Thank you for watching the video. See you in the next videos. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel to keep up to date with the latest news. Goodbye.